Yeah, exactly. Take that, your beliefs, if you will.
So yeah, Franz Lambert, great guy, is a vegan, as I say, will tell you as often as he can. But let's move on to the fight happening in front of us now. Sweden versus Ukraine. The undefeated man from Sweden, Andreas Berg. Oh, nice overhand right on the way in. Good takedown defense there by Levenok from Ukraine.
Yes, and Andreas Berg looking to bring those knees up into the thigh area and or bring it down to the canvas.
Just dragged him down there, used his weight more than anything.
Grit and power is what Andreas Berg does have in his belt underway.
Levenok doing very well there to get back to his feet though. Good strength.
Strength shown, correct. No level change like you were talking about. I mean, again, that was just, I'm going to bring you down through determination.
There go the knees into the thigh again.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, remember, this is the finest amateur MMA action in the universe. I will go that far as to say that as we go round one, we will go three-minute rounds of IMMAF action with 1 minute in between rounds. We are grinding up against the cage right now. Sweden in the red corner, Ukraine in the blue.
Nice knees into the thigh again by Berg. Those will slow your opponent down, and again, if it's the lead leg, you can see that lead leg's already taken some damage from yesterday. And that will stop you from putting all your weight onto the front leg when you strike, and also the shot, you can't shoot with as much power as you want to if the leg is gone. Great takedown though by Levenok. Grabbed that single leg and just flung him around.
Andreas Berg trying to get back to his feet right now. Grabs the arm on the opposite side, and again, trying to move his hips to a level where once again he can straighten out, make a little distance, and then engage.
And he needs to get the underhook in so that he can stop his opponent from dropping lower. But he's doing very well to keep himself up here. Landing some strikes. That's the danger with holding on to that single leg, is you do leave your head open for those strikes. And I've seen guys get knocked out doing that before.
Now he changes his level again. And the underhooks are what needed right now from Andreas Berg.
He had the underhook, but took his arm out. So he has confidence that he's not going to just get pulled down to the ground. He's preferring to go for the strikes from here. We are now moving into the middleweight, so a lot bigger guys, a lot more weight and a lot more power.
And we're moving into having more cowbell over there. 10 seconds left in this first round of action here in this middleweight division.
That's your favorite lady in the arena.
Oh yeah, for sure. That is a thick man.
Yeah, both of these guys short and stocky.
And what would you say, 5'8", 5'9"? I mean, again, they are not making it past the 6 foot mark, I don't believe.
And at 185 pounds,
right.
That's some big guys.
Stanislav's arms, man, again, some girth, overall mass and volume on that.
And later on, we are going to see 2 super heavyweights in cage number 4.
Yes.
Both over 140 kilos, I was told earlier.
Yeah. The old super heavyweight, 120 plus kilo weight division.
There you can see Berg just working from the back, throwing those knees into the back of the thigh, almost into the hamstring, and those will hurt.
They're causing a little bit of welts right now. You're getting a little red coloration going on. So they are leaving their mark.
Plus, he's putting his weight on the back of his opponent, so he's having to carry that way, especially now when he's putting his weight onto the one hand. He's carrying 160 kilos going forward like that.
I would say that's uncomfortable. More knees to be had, and he's chipping away right there.
Even kneeing to the back of the calf muscle as well, so that entire leg is taking damage at the moment.
Charlie horses at their finest. Can't feel good.
And he's choosing not to take the back and actually take this to the ground. He's more content with just staying at the back and doing damage.
It's because it's forcing Stanislav. Again, he's not even, he's decided to give away the rustling tactic of going for the hands, and he's actually trying to defend the back of his leg now, making it very interesting. Look at him, left arm back. Doesn't want any more of those knees to come. It's a scene out of Oz right now. That is the HBO show I'm referring to. if you know what I'm talking about. Big knee again, man. And now he brings the hands into play. Green Hill glove making it onto the face right there.
And also, now that they're going into the glute muscle, that'll just shoot down through that entire leg that's already taken a whole lot of damage.
Again, bringing in the knees onto that leg.
This looks like an axe taking a chop at a tree.
It really does.
From the top all the way down.
Paul Bunyan coming in here now trying to take down trees. Lumberjack style. Again, this is going to hurt him when it moves on. Even if Stanislav Levenok comes out the victor, I guarantee you tomorrow he's not going to be loving those.
He will be slow.
Yeah, those hits.
There you can see Berg taking him down to the ground to finish the round on top. This is where you want to show the judges what you're able to do for the last 30 seconds.
Right.
If there's any doubt, you want to swing the judge in your favor.
10 seconds left in this second round of action here at the IMMAF, and this is middleweight action. Ukraine versus Sweden.
And you can see how easily he just dropped him to the ground there, because you can see some serious damage happening just on the front of the leg, never mind the back of the leg.
Yeah. I was a big fan of hyper-colored t-shirts back in the 80s. That's what that looks like. Just pour some water on it. That'll be okay.
There you can see Berg just rushing forward again. He wants to put him up against that cage and take the back. You can see the shot coming there from Levenok. There's no real force coming behind it. He's almost just bouncing on top of his legs. Very difficult to drive through with all that leg strength gone.
But remember that Levenok, again, taking so much punishment to those legs in the last round, has decided he does not want any more of that to happen, and I will go opposite, if you will, and try to grind you up against the cage my darn self.
And again, if he can take this to the ground, it stops all that punishment from happening to the back of his legs, and also takes the weight off his legs for a bit to try and get their energy back.
For sure. Andreas Berg doing a great job, though, off the cage, brings the knee in again. That's where the head positioning, though, we talked about earlier. Head positioning, so important when you're grinding up against the cage like this. Like I said, I mean, this is not Burmese bare knuckle boxing. You don't have let-way headbutts to go with, but you will have that head, which again manipulates your opponents where to go.
Especially if you drive it up under the chin, it makes it extremely uncomfortable, and you can't drop your head to see where the strikes are coming from, so it just forces your chin up in the air.
Great pummeling, though, going on now as well, as the Ukraines, Levenok underhooks Andreas Berg.
And Berg was taking a lot of shots at the ribs of Levenok as well, so just further taking that gas tank away from him.
Now they decide to trade knees, but it is Levenok who is worse for wear on this as they go back to what I like to refer to as the Oz prison position.
And there you can see, as soon as he got to the back, Levenok just immediately dropped his hands onto the canvas. He knew what was coming, and he just taken the punishment.
I'd like to see a little Darian Weeks roll, if you will. You know, again, one of the most fantastic rolling thunders of the day.
You can see he's holding onto the cage there just to stop him from being pulled backwards.
Man.
But those knees, it's just literally an axe chopping a tree down.
I feel like Levenok's thigh maybe made fun of Andreas Berg's mom or something like that. You know what I mean? He has a real problem with that guy's quads.
And he is just having an absolute go at chopping him down from both sides. Levenok doing everything he can now just to try and turn himself around, give up whatever position he needs to make sure that leg stops taking punishment.
A reminder that there's no knees to the head here in IMMAF, but apparently they're magnets to my man's quads over there on the far side of the cage. That is the end of round 3, and it is in the books, ladies and gentlemen.
Judges' scorecards, and we've got a unanimous decision in favor of the red corner from Sweden, Andreas.